Hey guys, what's happening? I recently participated in the Rise45 Summer Shred put on by FNX Fit. This is a challenge where you're eligible to win $5,000. Today we'll be covering what this challenge entails, my tips and tricks to help you succeed, and we'll go over my results from going through this challenge. Before we get started with my tips, let's see what this challenge entails. Dan, take it away. This is a challenge that includes 6 daily tasks to improve your fitness. These tasks include drinking enough water, getting enough sleep, making sure to exercise, supplementation, mindfulness, and nutrition. As part of the Rise45 challenge, you will have 2 months of free access to their workout app and the chance to speak with a nutrition coach.
All right, well, great. I'm definitely going to be available throughout the challenge. So if anything else comes up, you have any more questions, or as you go through this and make those adjustments, if anything else, you feel like isn't working or we can adjust, just reach out at any time. We can also schedule another call if need be. And anything else?
No, ma'am. I appreciate your time. Thanks, Dan. Now that we know what's involved in this challenge, let's get down to the tips to help you succeed. As part of this challenge, you're asked to drink 12 cups of water every day. I'm not sure why they chose to measure it in cups instead of ounces, but that comes out to 96 ounces of water every day. Now, you could have your trusty water bottle and fill that up and count how many ounces each time, or you could go the route that I did. I took a 1-gallon jug and filled it up with 14 cups. Wanted to make sure I had a couple extra in there due to spillage, and I put a mark where that line was. Now I had a visual representation of how much water I had to drink every day. Halfway through the day I could see about where I was and how much more I needed to drink. For me, this made it easier. Instead of having to keep track of how many water bottles I'd gone through and add it all up, I just had one big jug that I knew I had to finish before day's end. Now, everybody's different and you can track your water however you want, but for me, this was definitely the simplest way. Alright, so tip number 2, buy extra supplements. Now, what do I mean by this? Well, as Dan explained earlier, there's a set of supplements that you're supposed to take every day. Now, when you get your original package, you get a 30-day supply of these supplements. But the challenge goes for 45 days, so you'll have to buy more a little over halfway through the challenge. You'll need some leeway in there to make sure that your new supplements come before you run out of the first shipment. Now, if you want to avoid that and not miss any points, you can buy extra supplements at the beginning to cover you for the whole 45 days. FNX has always done a great job in shipping me their products quickly. I've never had any issues in having to wait for more product, but this is one way to work around that. You won't have to wait if you already have it. Tip number 3 is to make sure you log your points. Now, obviously, this is a no-brainer, but this is where I failed. Every day I completed everything I needed to complete, all the way through the 45 days. But I didn't always log my points. Some days I fell asleep in a chair. Some days I just plain old forgot to log my points. Logging points is very important. It can completely derail the challenge for you. Now, this challenge isn't all about being in the running for the $5,000. This was made to help you build healthy habits for a lifetime of fitness. But if you don't log your points, you're already out. In talking with the owner of FNX, Adrian Conway, I asked him how important logging points were in the final judgment. Adrian told me that the points were important in getting you to final judging. Whoever had the most points at the end were put into a group for final judging. He said that anyone could improve their physique in 45 days, but their aim was to make sure people were doing it in a healthy manner. I suggest setting alarms to remind you to log your points. Even if it's maybe an hour before midnight, just make sure you get those points in. Sure, you might wake yourself up and it might be annoying, but you'll thank yourself when you get to the end and you have all the points you earned. Now, before we get to my final and most important tip, if you're finding this video helpful, please make sure to like and subscribe. I've got a lot of great videos in the works, including an interview with the rugby ninja Nick Hansen from American Ninja Warrior Season 13, and a video where I show how I'm training for my very first Spartan race. Alright, the final tip, tip number 4, get involved with the FNX community. Now, this might not sound like a big tip, but I found it was very motivating. There was a Facebook group for the Rise45 challenge where we were able to share our progress and our failures. This was really motivating, and everybody was very encouraging. There's a varying degree of athletes that are involved in this. Some people are just getting into fitness. They maybe haven't gotten off the couch in a while, and this is new for them. Other people were bodybuilders and personal trainers, so there's definitely a big spectrum of athletes involved. It was encouraging to hear people say that, they walked 1 mile or 2 miles, and it took them a little longer than most people, but they were out there, they were improving their health, and they were getting stronger. This tight-knit community was a big reason that I stuck through the challenge. As I said, I forgot to log points early on, and I was very discouraged on if I should continue or not. But seeing all these people working hard, getting better, and making good health choices made me want to continue as well. Sure, I was out of the running, but I was having fun and I was learning, and I was building healthy habits that I would carry forward. Now that we're done with the tips, let's get to the results. I was able to accomplish all the goals of the Rise45 challenge. I was very happy with my progress, and I look forward to continuing these goals going forward. As you can see, I had a little more fat around the midline than I wanted at the beginning, but after 45 days, I definitely leaned down. I was able to stay approximately the same weight while getting a little bit thinner. So that means I added some muscle on along the way. I focused on bench press and squat as ways to measure my growth. My bench press went up nearly 50 pounds in those 45 days. My squat didn't increase as much, but I think I could have squatted more if I had a spotter. I wasn't very confident going heavy without a spotter there, just in case things went wrong. In the 45 days since this challenge, I've been training for my Spartan race and have continued to see great results. If you're looking to start a new workout routine or build up some healthy habits, sign up for the next Rise45 challenge. You'll be thankful in the long run, and you'll have a shot at 5K. Until next time, remember, every day is an opportunity to be stronger, work harder, and be more thankful.